This is Neil Ratner Rock Doc here on WDST Radio Woodstock with another episode of This Week in Rock, stories from the soundtrack of our lives, supported by Rock 101, bringing you the music, stories, and history of 10 classic songs, featuring a well-known music historian and a live band for one night only at the Woodstock Playhouse on Friday night, August 25th. Further info and tickets at woodstockplayhouse.org. Musician, singer, and songwriter David Evans, better known as The Edge, celebrated his 62nd birthday this past week. Best known as the lead guitarist, keyboardist, and backing vocalist of the band U2, The Edge's understated style of guitar playing has been a signature of U2's music. So today, I thought I would tell you a few things about The Edge and U2 that you might not know. And as usual, a little background first. The Edge first became acquainted with music through his father's record collection, which consisted mainly of the top crooners of the day like Frank Sinatra. And it wasn't until he was 8 or 9 that he and his brother Dick got turned on to rock and roll through their purchase of the Beatles album, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Then about a year later, as The Edge explains, he attempted to play the piano.
The first instrument I ever tried to play would have been piano when I was probably about 10. Didn't go so great because I had a very good ear, but a kind of music dyslexia. So there's no chance I was ever going to be able to read music nearly as easily as hear it and copy. So my ear kind of has been in some ways my greatest asset, but definitely early on stopped me from understanding notation or really finding my way into that because I just didn't get it. Mm-hmm. I didn't like it.
Understood. Then
probably around 13, just my brother was given a cheap little acoustic guitar and the two of us learned basic chords, just, open chords, just so we could sing and play. And that was the beginning of when I got really interested in learning an instrument.
And then would you play along with records at that time?
I would, and not just records. I mean, it got to the point where I would play along to the TV show, that whatever we were, and this is a small family house, so we're all, in the TV room, and I can't stop myself picking up the guitar, and I'm just playing along, and I remember getting pillows thrown at me to shut up. I was just doing everyone's head in with this incessant guitar playing.
In 1976, while attending high school, fellow student Larry Mullins Jr. posted an ad on the school's bulletin board looking for other students to form a band. Among the several other pupils who also responded to the note were Paul Bono Hewson and Adam Clayton. Mullen later described it as the Larry Mullen Band for about 10 minutes. Then Bono walked in and blew any chance I had of being in charge. The Edge developed his understated approach to guitar playing, partially as a result of him and Larry Mullen trying to accommodate the eccentric bass playing of Adam Clayton by being the timekeepers of the band. Not a fan of virtuosity, The Edge prefers atmospherics, subtlety, minimalism, and the extensive use of effects. He views notes as expensive and prefers to play simple parts that best serve the song. And rather than emulate common playing styles, The Edge is interested in tearing up the rule book and finding new ways to approach the instrument, with Tom Verlaine of television, Rory Gallagher, and Patti Smith being some of his strongest influences. In addition to his regular role within U2, The Edge has also recorded with such artists as Johnny Cash, B.B. King, Tina Turner, Ronnie Wood, and Rihanna. He and Bono wrote the theme song of the 1995 James Bond film GoldenEye, performed by Tina Turner, and The Edge and Bono ventured into theater when they composed the music and lyrics for the musical Spider-Man: Turn Off the Dark, which opened in 2011. U2 is one of the world's best-selling music artists, having sold an estimated 150 to 170 million records worldwide. They've won 22 Grammy Awards, more than any other group, and in 2005, they were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in their first year of eligibility. The band has been together for over 47 years, and in a recent interview, producer Rick Rubin asked The Edge why.
We do it because we love it, and and we do it because we love working with each other. And there's been times where we haven't loved the idea of working with each other and being together. And, so we have to give each other time, time off, time to be away. But bottom line, I think it's because we all know instinctively that we shine individually the brightest when we're in this collective. So the collective works for us.
Beautiful.
And it works for all of us because we're not really in competition. If you think about it, it's like, think about, say, the Beatles. You got 3 lead singers and 3 great songwriters who are trying to get their song on the album. In the case of George, he had a harder time than Paul and John, but they're amazing talents, all of them. And you could make the argument probably for any one of their songs. Well, maybe one of the other guys should have sung the lead on this. So in our band, it's not like that. We each have our own area of expertise. With me, it's sort of compositional responsibilities. That's what I do. I'm the lead composer. Bono's melodically responsible and lyrically responsible. Adam and Larry are there as part of making our music unique and different.
Okay, let's listen. With the edge on guitar, U2 and Bullet the Blue Sky.